We're going to start off our morning with our second generation Rising Stars. I'd like to introduce to you from Tampa, Florida, Allyssa Dennarda, and from Anna Maria Island, Jenny Donovan. Amway's created an opportunity that you can actually pass down to the next generation. I promise you, when we do an ICO and an open information meeting, the two most excited people in the room are standing right here. You guys have seen a lot. I mean, your perspective has changed every year. Do you understand? You've seen it from many, many, many perspectives. I mean, close to 20 years, both of you. What were your best thoughts?
I have seen a lot. What I want to start with is what Terry Gagna said, is everybody looks for the road that has no pain, no frustration, no obstacles. But you come to find out very quickly that that road does not exist. And that road doesn't exist in any facet of your life. It's a good thing that it doesn't, though, because that's what builds character. That's what builds integrity. And throughout the years, watching Les and Sherry, my parents, grow and become leaders and respected people, it's because they had those obstacles. It's because they were faced with things that people who are in the hunt or becoming leaders are never faced with. So that's why they get to be respected, because they've overcome those. And they've grown personally, and their business has also grown because of it.
More best thoughts?
More best thoughts, of course. Kind of going off what Jenny said is, I remember one thing, I don't know where I heard it from, but I remember it sticks with me, is if you don't grow through it, you're going to keep going through it again and again and again. And I think that's kind of what this whole weekend has been for me, is getting that inspiration, getting that drive, that motivation to hit that 30, 60, 90 days. We have a blitz coming, and this just gets me so excited because everyone's here. You know, you can go to a large function and you can encourage people, but they're not at close to each other as we are. We see each other, most of us, on a weekly basis. I think that's kind of what's going to see what we take from this weekend and how we apply it, because we're going to see growth. We're going to see growth in this room. We're going to see growth, I'm hoping, Team 100 for our next function, because, I mean, it's amazing just bringing back one person, even if that's a goal that you set for yourself. But just set those goals, because if you don't, you're just going to keep having the same situation, the same things that you're having now. There's not going to be any change. So I just challenge everyone. That's what I got, is challenge yourself to really take the step to grow, and starting today.
Just in terms of context, we started the leadership on Thursday night. Talk about setting goals, but in order to set a goal, what if the goal is actually your friend? You know, goals aren't cold, hard, distant, abstract personalities or concepts, but the whole idea of goals being your friend, there's a draw, there's an attraction, right? Money's your friend, it's going to stay with you, as opposed to be afraid of, have some alien relationship, and so it just runs away from you. So this whole idea was just spectacular. So you guys have actually seen a lot, but have you ever seen what I want to call this?
This is the first event for Knights of Destiny, and I am so proud and so excited for more events to come. I've never seen anything like it, because I've been to functions my whole life, been dragged to functions my whole life. But this one I came willingly because I'm building the business. But it's been great. I mean, it's inspiring, and I just want to give everyone a pat on the back for showing up. And, you are the leaders. You're coming here to learn and to teach your group. So I say applause for you guys.
Right on. That's funny, you guys. This is a leadership, right? You're not here as what we call functioneers. You guys will get it on the way home. Mickey Mouse and you're players, right? This is to invite leaders, or to pull the. Understand, in everybody there's a technician, there's a manager, and there's an entrepreneur in every one of you. We're here to fertilize and pull out the entrepreneur and the leader. You're not here as functioneers. You're just something you get dragged into. This is to fertilize and encourage you to join us. Building in the field, active in the field, and I'm excited. So, young Jenny, you've seen a lot. Have you seen anything like this?
No, I have not.
What's new, changed, different, improved? What's sparky about it?
Well, the intimate setting is so fabulous, because you're used to, as I was talking with Les last night about the rah, let's get excited, let's go out there, let's build it. That's all fine and dandy and great. It gets you excited, but this stays with you. This is something that it's building you from the inside out, and that's what you need, because outside factors are going to make you not want to build it. And you leave the rah-rah, and you leave the lights, and you leave the show, and sometimes you're left with something, and sometimes, it just wasn't enough, but this is enough to actually get you through the obstacles, through the hard times, through everything that you're going to be faced with. And also, at a lot of big functions, they show you how to make the money and they get you excited about going out there, building the money. What we're learning now is how to keep your money. And that's what's so awesome, because a lot of people will make money, but they will lose it. So I'm really excited about financially fit and becoming also mentally fit to keep my money. And so...
Was my beautiful Jules. And Julie, I know you have, would you like to add or contribute to joining this panel of experts?
You've grown up with parents that press play a lot. You know, when you were hanging around with me in the kitchen at the farm, you were hearing audios. How has listening to the audios and having your folks talk with you about the books that they're reading and encouraging you to read things like Politics as Simple as PIE or The Magic of Thinking Big, or some of the books that we've gotten from Robert Rome regarding the temperaments. What was it like to grow up in a house where parents were doing that, first of all? Either of you. Go ahead, Allyssa, why don't you start?
Growing up, you don't really think about the importance of it. You just, it's another CD that I have to listen to on the way to school. Yay. Press and play. And normally in the whole week, it was the same CD. Pressed play every day to school. And I'm like, Dad, can we do another one? He's like, no. Do you understand it? It's never, you can just listen to something. It's okay. Like, John, what'd you see? What'd you like? I don't know. I'm like 10. I don't know. I want to get to school and play, but I'm very grateful for it, because instilling that is able to really give you the mindset that you need to go out and build this business. And, when I wasn't building the business, when I was younger, when I wasn't old enough, it was kind of just priming the pump. That's what I like to say. Now it's kind of second nature to me. I get in the car, I put in an audio, I listen, because if I don't do that, like Jenny was saying, there's other factors out there that are going to try and steal your dream away from you. And, the system is so important, and listening to audios, reading the books, it gives you the mindset to get through those obstacles, to get over anything that's going to try and come and deter your drive, your focus, and just listen to your audio.
Thank you. So that was two questions answered. Okay, that was two questions answered, right? How was it to grow up? We had to listen to this again, and then now from a new perspective of listening for yourself, So that's, Jenny, what was it like for you?
We had a good time when we listened to audios. We always, as Allyssa said, you just press play even when you don't want to. Having them as a young child, it's a part of you, and you don't even know it, because it's become like subconsciously you're hearing it all the time. And then situations will arise at school, situations will arise with sports, and all of a sudden this like being kicks in, and you're just like, you say something, and people kind of look at you, and you're like, you're 7. How do you know this? And, well, my parents are diamonds. That's how I know it. No, but it's true. And I'm sure that you had people say this all the time, just like, you're a born leader. You just know how to take over in situations when people need directing or help or something. You step in and you do it. And it's because of the audios, it's because of the books, it's because of the teachings and the association that we grew up with that's instilled in us. And it comes second nature, as you said, when in most situations, kids just kind of look around and wait for someone to make a decision for them. Or in, leadership situations at school, people are lost. And you're just like, well, I can help you. We'll figure this out together. We can do this. And so it's a great thing, and I think that it's a blessing to have your children listen to the audios and read the books.
Yay, all right. Okay, this is my last question for the girls. What was the turning point for you? When did you decide that this was what you wanted to do? Do you remember what the turning point was?
It's kind of like, hey, you register on a Sunday, you get a meeting on a Tuesday, people are in your house, and you build this business. That's what you do. But I think the turning point for me was when you wanted this. Okay, so for me, it wasn't really an option for me. Growing up, I didn't ever see myself building the business. But it really happened when Alex came into my life, because my dad saw him and he's like, this is a person that, I could work with, who I can teach. And from that, it was like, I never saw myself doing this, because I think I never saw myself doing it on my own. Just having Alex as a support system, and to have my dad to be able to work with someone that, means so much to me. I think that was my turning point, and knowing that, this is so important to my dad, and obviously I want to be a part of his legacy, but I'm doing this for me now, and that was the turning point for me. Is I know starting out I wanted to do this to make my dad's dreams come true. But I was just talking to Alex about this, and I was saying, his dream can't be my dream. I have to have my own dreams. And realizing that was really my turning point to grow this business, not only for myself and for Alex, but also for the family that I want to have one day. I want to leave that legacy as well to my family. And like Julie always says, she wanted Jenny to be proud of her. She wanted Jenny to look up to her, to be a role model. I want to be a role model to my kids as well. So.
Thank you, Allyssa. We love our kids even before they're born, don't we, ladies? How about you, Genevieve? When was the turning point where you thought, I'm going to do this thing?
I feel like I've had a few turning points because I've made the decision to build this business and then stop, and then build this business and then stop. And then one comes to mind particularly. I was working at the restaurant. I've been at a restaurant for like 4 years. I think it's part of my personality that appreciation is a really big part. When I'm working hard, I need to be appreciated, and someone say, hey, I noticed that you're working really hard. I noticed that you're going above and beyond. And I just want to say, I see it, and I appreciate it. And I remember coming home one night, or coming and visiting my mom one night, just being in tears, just being like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I work so much harder than everybody else, and I'm happy, and I'm always nice, and I'm, in my estimation, just outworking everyone, and I don't get it. No one ever says, hey, you know what, Genevieve, thank you so much, or no one ever says anything, and I'm so fed up with it. It makes me not want to work hard. I was just like, I'm so used to growing up in the business where everyone, like, you do something, you pull out a chair for someone, they're like, oh, thank you. And so going from that to going from the normal job world, it was like a big old slap in the face, and I didn't like it. And that might sound selfish, but it's what my personality needs. And so when I don't feel like I'm being appreciated, it really just discourages you. And so my mom's like, you just got to brush it off and keep working hard. People notice, and they just sometimes don't have the courage to say anything. I'm like, okay, fine. And so I just go around, and you just have to. And so that was a turning point. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not fit for this outside world. I need to be with my family.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, I could spend the whole day listening to you too. Honest to God. Thank you so much. And, what I hear is that this is what lives in people's hearts, not just children. There are people that want to make their dad proud. Their dad was their hero. That was one of my motivating factors. For other people, they're just so tired of, it's not money all the time. They're so tired of not being appreciated. They're so tired of being invisible. They're so tired of outworking and outcaring and having never, not even a financial reward, but even a kind word. So these are our tools to understand the workings of the human heart. And that's how we build our business, and understanding the workings of the human heart. So thank you both so much. You are precious to us.
You're going to see things in this along your way that you didn't expect. And what a phenomenal return from actually getting started in an independent business owner. We started with the young ladies, and I believe in balance. And in terms of background, just so you know who's standing in front of you, this isn't a lightweight by any means. He grew up in a dojo. He didn't have any choice. That's what his daddy did. So this is the guy that you want with you if you're in a fight. Fair enough? People just don't fall on the top of mountains. They just don't land. Turtles don't land on the top of posts. But I've watched him outperform himself every month. Every month. Every month. This lad's headed somewhere. He's got something to prove. But primarily, just during the course of the year, what has been the value of this educational system that we've introduced you to?
This system saved my life. I'm not going to lie to you. I graduated college. I did what I had to do. Did what my parents told me to do. I graduated, and was lucky. I got in the field. I got a job within 6 months of me being out of college, and that was great. I mean, some of my coworkers or some of my colleagues are still not employed. They're just still looking for jobs, and I was the lucky one. You know, you start working and you start thinking, you're like, all right, this is it. I did what my parents did, and I'm going to provide a good life for Allyssa, and I'm going to provide a good life for my family. And it wasn't until there was a couple things that happened. One was within 6 months, I was placed in 3 different jobs. I've graduated in 2013, and it's 2015, and I've been in 4 different jobs. 3 of them because the funding was lost. I work in the social work field. The last job I went to, or the last job before I am now, and Allyssa can attest to this, it stole my hope. I hate to tell you that, but it did. Because it was 9 to 5. 9 to 5 every day. And there was no quit, and there was no stop. And no matter how much you wanted your freedom, you couldn't get it. You just couldn't. And I hated it. Still do.
What gave you hope?
The system.
What system?
The system that Les put me on. Coming to the functions saved me. I mean, I've been through a lot, and I know how to work hard. But when you know you're destined for greatness and you're hit by the wall of complacency, what do? That's where I was at. That's where I was at. If it wasn't for the system, if it wasn't for this business, but I would come on Thursdays just because on Thursdays I knew that was the only dose of hope I could get in my life. That's why I still come.
What specifically was it about the system? What was it about? Now, the system, by the system I'm defining, the CDs you get a chance to listen to, the books you get a chance to read, the ICOs that people get to associate with, but you specifically have a mentor. Now, on the job, it certainly sounds to me like you have a tormentor. Right? It just comes with jobs, comes with the landscape. Yeah. You've got a tormentor in your job world, and you've got a mentor in your Amway world. Mm-hmm. It's a silly question about which is going to give you hope, but what specifically about the system gave you the hope that has helped keep you buoyant enough to perform in this industry?
The dream. The dream. Every CD I listened to, every book I read, was somebody in my position. It was weird. They wanted something different. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm going through this too. And every time I would listen to somebody and they told me about what they did for their wives or what they did for their family, what they did, okay, I can do this. And then when you come meet John and you meet Les and you have them here checking on you every single day, and it's just like, and you have the best female trainer in the country, and I know that because I've been to other functions, and she is, because nobody will touch you like Julie. Nobody will fight for you like Les or John. I've had John come up to my house at 2 o'clock in the morning just to say hi. I was suffering in my office, and my CEO never checked on me. At some point in time, you listen to these things, and you listen to where you and you gotta make a decision. And I'm just now starting to read the books, because I ignored the books for so long because the CDs are easier. It's like, oh yeah, let me listen to this on my way to work. Let me not listen to broke radio. I got this. And you kind of like, I don't want to read that book. You might read 1 or 2. But no, now that I'm starting to read the books, because I am actually in a position of leadership, I understand how to teach. And that's what's going to make you grow. When you learn to become the best teacher from educating yourself and you implement that in your business, that's what's going to make you grow. And that's where I'm at now. It's been a lot.
Okay, so 90 days. 90 days. Yeah. What's the game plan in 90 days?
I'm going to have my team members, we're going to hit fast track. We're going to hit fast track. Allyssa and I did it in 2 months, and now it's your turn. We're going to teach you how to do it. And we're going to be there for you because we have the vision. So that's what we're going to do. And I think I made the decision with Allyssa. We're going platinum. We're going platinum. It's happening.
So talk about hope. It's none of our business what anybody else makes in their regular workaday world. But when's the last time you got a $20,000 bonus?
I don't have one now.
Okay. No. Fair enough. What value would an extra $20,000 add to your life?
$20,000 would allow me to give Allyssa whatever she wants at this time. Whatever she wants.
Okay, well, we know you're going shopping. But feeling-wise, just feeling to be able to do that, how would that feel to get the? I mean, you open up a check and it says it's your name on it with an extra $20,000 because you took the time and the discipline to do something in your business every day. I just want to thank you for your fine example.
Before I go, let's want me to speak in Spanish. So, para mi gente que habla español, cuando yo tenía 14 años, estaba en la República Dominicana y yo vi cómo se vivía mi familia. No tenía agua, no tenía luz y en ese momento me entendí los sacrificios de mi padre. Mi abuelo fue la primera persona que ha ido al colegio. Mi mamá es una profesora, pues ella es un inmigrante de la República Dominicana. Y mi papá se enseñó, estaba ahí con ella para ayudar a ella, para coger su educación. Y cuando yo fui ahí, yo hice un promesa a ellos, a mi primo, que mira, yo me voy a salvar de ustedes, de este país, porque ustedes no saben toda la cosa que tenemos aquí en este país, que nosotros lo cogemos por gratis, porque nosotros no pensamos en esas cosas que están ahí por los otros países. Y cuando yo tenía 14, yo no sabía qué manera yo me voy a usar para ayudar a ellos. Pues yo me decía, porque tengo muchos primos, si yo te encuentro un hombre para usted, para que usted pueda casar, lo que sea, pueda coger tu pasaporte, lo que sea. Eso fue mi solución. Pero el problema es que todavía no tengo esa solución, pero ahora yo tengo algo que yo puedo usar también aquí, pero puedo traer por ahí con mi familia para ayudar a ellos. Todavía no ha pasado, pero cuando estaba pensando en esas cosas, ¿quién te va a ayudar a hacer eso? El trabajo no te va a ayudarte. Ninguna persona aquí va a ayudarte como la persona que están aquí ayudando a ustedes. Y si ustedes se realizan eso y se vean que eso es porque nosotros se hemos ido a venir aquí. Hay personas ahora en ese momento que se murió hoy cruzando este país. ¿Y qué está haciendo nosotros? Sentando. ¿Qué está haciendo? Y tiene una oportunidad para cambiar lo que está pasando en otro país. Y cuando tú te veas eso, tienes que tener una decisión. Me voy a tener todas esas cosas que yo tengo aquí y usarlo. O si yo me voy a traer toda la cosa, toda la información, todo lo de mente que yo tengo y usar eso para cambiar mi familia. ¿Qué te vas a hacer? La decisión es usted. Yo no puedo cambiar eso, pero tiene que pensar en eso cuando está pensando en los sueños y las cosas que puede cambiar. Y eso es lo que yo tengo que decir.